snapped ankle. So it's no, had that been my first, I know.
Yo, all right, beautiful.
Hello.
Serious question for you. Serious question,
right.
Yeah? Right, yeah. I'm from Manchester, Salford. Used to do a bit of boxing myself, right? But I've got to ask you a serious question. It's got a bit of a joke to it, right?
Okay.
You'll probably kick me off after it. After it, but I've got to ask you it.
Okay.
How does it feel, right, being known as a more tougher competitor than Billy Joe Saunders?
I know.
Keep going, baby.
Yeah, right. I did.
Without joking, how you continued with that eye injury, many people would have got stopped, whether it was men, you know what I mean? I've seen Chris Eubank. It reminded me of Chris Eubank's eye. How you carried on with that? Yeah. You should have got a medal. Yeah. You should have got a medal for that.
I think I got a bit of an invisible medal and a lot of respect from my fans, and a lot of new fans from that fight and fighting through that. It's funny, you know, because I've had that be my first pro fight. I snapped my ankle in the first 10 seconds. I had to have two surgery, and I was out for 8 months. And I got up after that 10. I got up and I continued to fight the rest of the fight, another 3 rounds with a snapped ankle. So it's no shock to me that I can fight, you know, with over adversity and with injuries, and I'll never stop. I'll never quit in a fight. You know, no matter what, unless I'm out. Like I'll be out, and obviously I'm not quitting. Like I'm just out, but I've done.
That's it.
I hope that my, you know, I suppose I hope that if my corner thinks that I should stop, then they would look after me, because I won't look after myself, to be honest.
Yeah, too tough for your own good. You remind me of someone like an Arturo Gatti or Casillas, something like that.
Yeah. Like, you know, Gatti and all that. They're a lot of my favorite fighters. You know, and that's the fights that I grew up on, and they're the kind of fighters that I look up to, and it's all about, for me, like that entertainment and pushing up that hunger. Fighters don't quit, they fight. You know.
That's the throwbacks. From a past years ago, you don't see it much nowadays. The quickies. I'm not going to mention names, but like Gatti had to stop. You know, you would have seen fights. You would have seen in this generation.
That fight with Casillas and Earl. You know, like. And that just came up recently because of the towel being thrown back out, like, you know, last night for the fights. You know, like those kind of fights where they're just like full going hard at it, you know, and like out. The Corrales Castillo, one of my favorite fights. You know, you know, just pushing through all that adversity, and I think that's really, really important as a fighter. But yeah, it just depends. Like, I love that shit, you know, like I like to fight in the street and shit, like when I was younger, and I love all that kind of stuff. And you seen it at the end. I mean, my eye was killing me every time I got punched in the eye. It was like I was getting stabbed. Like it felt like a knife going through my eye, like because it was so painful. It was like it was broken. It was like glass was in my eye. It wasn't, but that's what it felt like. But at the end, I was still smiling and thinking, "Fuck yeah!" Like, you know, because the whole thing, I just love fighting. You know, so.
Yeah, your adrenaline got you through that fight, and your heart.
Yeah.
But I can't remember when it happened. Do you think if that eye injury... Third round, so that's quite early. Do you think if that eye injury didn't happen, which is common sense, you would have stood a lot better chance, and you would have got to see the best?
Yeah, I definitely think if that eye injury didn't happen, I reckon I could have... Well, the fucking judges were way off, in my opinion. But I think I could have definitely won those last 3 rounds. I honestly thought I won the 10th round. And I was just getting momentum, you know. Like the 7th round was a really strong round for me, and then the 8th round, my eye really started like really close, and 9th and 10th it was shut. You know what I mean? So there's only so much you can do with an eye, unfortunately. And I know that I come strong in the last few rounds. Always like it's like that with me in sparring and stuff. So I definitely think it would have been different. And I pray and I hope that I do get the second shot, another shot at it, so I can prove that.
Well, I think you was the more tougher, durable fighter, and I think you caught him a few times, especially with uppercuts. And going into the second fight, I think if you started a bit earlier with that, instead of trying to, you know, see what he got, do well.
I agree. I think just letting my hands start, instead of filling it out a little bit too much. And also, she was like, you know, always kind of running, like, you know, on the back foot and using the ring, not really staying still. Which, you know, fair play to her, because that was a good game plan for me, because, you know, you don't really want to fucking sit and fight with me, or we could, because that would make me fight for you.
No.
But Yeah, I mean, I just have to slow it down a lot earlier. You know, I think that's the key next time is slow it right down. You know, start with the body shot a lot earlier and go from there. But we'll see. God willing, it happens because I'd love that fight for me and for the fans.
I hope it does. I won't take too much of your time. I hope it happens again because you deserve a rematch. Anyone who goes, you know, out on the shield like that deserves a rematch. Whether it's for the title or not, you deserve a rematch. It should be, you know, mandatory.
I just want to get in there and crack a head again.
Well, you take care. Keep looking beautiful. Don't lose that eye anymore, alright? See you in a bit. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.